Hey everybody! Today I want to read to you the article from National Geographic Explorer magazine, volume number 4, and we're going to be reading from pages 11 to 15. So please try to follow along in your magazine. Page 11, Weaving Words. It started with an idea about language. It led to a long climb into the Andes Mountains in Peru. Once I got there, I realized I would be doing a lot more than collecting words. Page 12. I grew up in Canada and in the United States. I always was interested in languages. In the communities where I lived, many languages were spoken all the time. I love languages so much, I became a linguistic anthropologist. That's a person who studies languages from around the world. I'm interested in how languages are used and how they change, and I love how they connect us to the people around us. One day, when I was in college, I had a crazy idea. Wouldn't it be interesting to discover a new language? I know, it sounds crazy, yet it's possible. Languages don't stay the same. Over time, they change. Sometimes a new version is created that is not like anything that has ever been spoken before. To find it, you have to be at the right place at the right time. I had an idea where I might look. Peru, in South America. In Puno, a region of Peru, people speak two indigenous languages. That means a language that is native to a specific place. Puno's languages are Quechua and Aymara. You hear these languages in the market and at celebrations, but I wondered if, over time, Quechua and Aymara might have melded to become something new. Page 13, Living the High Life. To test my theory, I packed my backpack with notebooks and my best audio recorder and microphone. In the southernmost part of the Peruvian Andes is the Altiplano. In Spanish, this means high and flat. It's a high, dry plateau with snow-capped mountains. It is home to Lake Titicaca, the highest lake in the world. The communities in Puno are more than 3,800 meters, approximately 2.5 miles above sea level. It's so high, you can feel the effects on your body. When I first arrived, I could feel myself breathing faster and feeling dizzy. Later, I felt nauseous and had a headache. This was sorocha, or altitude sickness. The local remedy was coca tea. I drank the tea in the evenings and soon felt better. Being high in the sky also means less ozone. This gas in the air protects you from the sun's ultraviolet rays. In the Altiplano, people never go out without their sun hats. Page 14, Fieldwork. To work as a linguistic anthropologist, it is important to do fieldwork. This might mean traveling to a remote location to hear people speak language. In my case, it means actual field work. I herd sheep or alpacas. Other times, I plant or harvest crops. I work alongside the people I am studying. For me, this is perfect. I listen for new words and any sign that what people are saying is different from the languages I already know. When herding, my new neighbors and I would take the animals to the hillside where they could graze all day. On these long walks, I learned a lot about the people I was with. I also learned about the landscapes where they have lived their entire lives. All families here grow their own food. In September, families prepare their fields to plant the crops they need for the year. My understanding of these people grew, as did the crops. Collecting talk. When I study a language, I like to interview people. I ask them to speak for me. It is called elicitation. I ask people to say specific words or sentences into my recorder. Later, I can study these to understand the characteristics of how they're spoken. Other times, I do free-form interviews. During these sessions, people talk about whatever they like. They tell me about their lives. They tell me local folk tales or talk about the news. Some comment on the changes in the region and in their languages. Most of the people who speak with me are 50 years old or older. They have lived in the hillside villages their entire lives. Many speak their languages fluently, but they are worried about the younger generations. Younger people don't speak the languages. Many younger people only speak Spanish. Page 15. Celebrating life. The people here often look for ways to celebrate life. I am invited to the annual reenactment of the arrival of Manco Capac and the Mama Oklolo. They are the mythical couple who are said to have founded Puno. I realize this celebration is a chance to listen to the indigenous languages. During my studies in this region, I listened closely. I had hoped to hear a new language, one that I did not know. While the people here do speak varieties of Quechua and Aymara, I did not discover a new language. I consider my time here well spent, though. I learned how much more there is to discover about these people and their wonderful words.